Well, let's see. It was around this afternoon. I did a podcast this morning and multi-streamed it on on YouTube for people to see me. It was an interesting podcast. They're nice people, um, and I hope somebody gets something because actually the podcasts when they do really talk about more things than just sources of money, because that's what I think that people really want. I mean, if I can, if for some reason you feel my personality gives you incentives to do things or encourages you to do things, that's great. But I feel the real reason I'm alive is to show you how you could get money and help to do those things you want to do. I mean, that's why I always didn't like so much about a lot of the, uh, people that come out and, Tony Robbins kind of thing. You can do it and get out there and do it. Yeah, but then so you get all psyched up and to do it. Now what do I do? Where do I go to get help to do it? I don't know how to do it. You say just do it, but it takes more than that. And that's why I never wanted to sell just the idea that you could get excited and do something with your life, because that's true, but you have to know the skills that are out there to help you do it. And sure, maybe you get excited to do something in life if you have a lot of money to buy everything you need to do it, but most of us don't have it, and I don't want to, I'm not interested in helping people who have a lot of money because they could do anything they want. They don't. What I'm trying to do is help people don't have money, because we live in a country that you can do what you want if you don't have money because of government and nonprofit organizations. So and people with a lot of money use all this money to even get more. But I'm trying to reach to the people that don't realize that we live in a society that has so many programs to help you achieve in life, to help you get out of trouble, whatever. But you have to put some effort into that, to take advantage of these opportunities. I mean, that's why living in America, man, there are just so many free things that will help you do things. And maybe it's not the way you like it to be available. Maybe it's not, the simplest thing for you to do, but it's there. You have to learn how to do it. Or, I mean, because your option is you don't do anything. Because unless you have money, if you have money, then you can do anything. You go to Google and you put in Google what you want to do, and there's plenty of people that will take your money to help you do what you want to do in life or solve a problem. But what about the people who don't have money? They're the people I think that we have a responsibility to help somehow. And unfortunately, that segment of the population only knows how to deal with capitalism. Capitalism requires money. So if you don't have money, you can't use capitalism. But we teach people, if you need help, you go to Google and you put in what you need help for, and you'll find 400 million people that will help you. But see, our country is not just capitalism. Our country is 60% capitalism, and then what I call 40% of what I'll call our community. This is people helping each other. Okay, if you live in a community, your neighbors and everything, you want to help them, right? That's a human instinct, is to help other people. And that's the joy in life, that you're able to help other people and see them get ahead. And then when you need help, they're there to help you too. And that, I think, is a nicer way to live instead of in a jungle. Eat or be et. And I don't think that's as cool. But I'm biased, so don't trust me. There's a lot of ways to get through this life, okay? and that's certainly for sure. But I mean, we have a society now that is the richest in the world, and we have more poor people than any other developed country. Now, how could we be the richest country in the world? Because we have the most millionaires, right? But we also have the most poor people. This is a graph of the percentage of people that are poor in all the developed countries. Developed countries are, you know, the rich countries, okay? So in the developed countries, we're number one. 17% of us are in poverty, live in poverty. 17%, richest country in the world. How the hell do we get away with that? You know, I don't know. I'm not going to be able to fix it, I'm sure. What I want to do is try to fix people with the information that I've learned about this society and what we have. And then here is what we have is that people are not making money. So this graph down here, the red line, shows you what the average wage is for 90% of the people in this country. So in the last 50 years, 90% of the people in this country, their wage increased by only 30%. So the wage increased, you know, if you're in the top 10%, you're doing well. You don't have to worry about it. I'm not worried about them. They're living nice thing. It's the bottom 90% that haven't seen a wage increase, only 30% in the last 50 years. But here it is, inflation. Look what happened to inflation. Inflation now is 300%. So wages went up for 90% of us 30%, and inflation went up 300%. Nobody can afford anything. That's why inflation is killing them, you know. So, man, so you have to do two things, I feel. There's two things to do. Well, maybe three. You could also get a mask and a gun and go down to 7-Eleven at midnight. But now the two things that are available, I think, to change that situation is one, to get the talent or the skills you need to get a higher income. Okay, now that is what this is about. You could use this section, 40%, to get the education and skills you need to get a higher income. And now there are so many programs that will train you for a couple months or a couple years and even pay you while you're doing that to get a $100,000 a year job. No degree, lots of jobs now with no degree, you don't need that. And that's out there, but you need the skills to get that higher income. Otherwise, you won't. So if you want to be employed with a higher income, got to get skills. The other way to do that is find government programs in the government and nonprofit, they're in both of them, that give you money, extra money to live on. So you have to do those two things. And see, the rich people who even don't need the money use the heck out of that. Here's a program for, that gives money for, here it is, yeah. Okay, a new program to give money to reduce your utility bills. Well, the top 25% of income got like 70% of the money. The bottom 25% got 1% of the money. Now, why are the rich people getting all the money? Because they applied. The other people didn't know it was there or whatever, you know. But that's, we have to take care of people in need. I mean, this is what being a human is about. It's not about screwing the other person. It's about helping the people in need and developing yourself. Developing your talents, your skills, your ability to help other people, your ability to, and grow. That's why when you develop your skills and talent or whatever to get higher incomes, you're really developing yourself and creating more wealth for the country and everything like that. That's why the country invests in job training and getting you skills, because you getting a skill and contributing, then that means you're growing and the country grows along with you. Then you pay more taxes, see? That's when the government likes you. Pay more taxes. Now, what's going on in Washington now is a circus. So you just got to sit tight and worry a lot if you're a government employee. If you're not a government employee, then don't worry so much, just keep looking, because there's always more than one grant. So if for some reason your grant went away, and none of them, some did, but not for individuals. Individual stuff is all still there. But if for some reason it does, because who knows what got caught up, I mean, nobody knows what happened. We won't know what happens until 5 years from now. And that's the important part. So if it does go away, there's other programs doing the same thing. I mean, you go to findhelp.org right now. Okay, let's go to findhelp.org. Okay, findhelp.org. Findhelp.org and put in your zip code 20009. Okay, let's say you want to fix up your house, okay? Because rent's going up, housing is crazy. Housing inflation is crazy. That's what's killing the inflation numbers is housing inflation and rental inflation. All these things are going up crazy like. So if you go to findhelp.org, put in your zip code and then put in home repair. Home repair. Well, what do you get? Tick, 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 tick. Well, tell them what they got, Marty. Okay, let's see what do they get here. Okay, for home repair. Home repair, my zip code. Listen to this. There's 216 sources of free money and help to fix your home. So that's why if one program goes away for some reason, you got 215 left. and don't forget, you don't do this in Google. Do not do Google. That's only for people who have money. If you have money, then yes, go Google your heart out and get all the help you need. You don't have money, stay out of Google. That's just gonna waste your time, money, and everything. And then what it does too, because everyone there wants to get money from you, you'll start talking to people there about getting money for home repair or something like that. And you'll find out after talking to 4 or 5 people, hey, I need money to do this. Because they'll all be there trying to get money for you. That's what Google is. It's capitalism, where you have to pay money to get things done. You know, in the community, you don't pay money because we help each other in the community, right? So we have programs like this, okay? And that's important to realize that. And that people don't realize that. Now I just put together a little, maybe I could put this on YouTube also. Let me see if I could get there. How do you do YouTube? Yeah. Interesting. There's new programs every day. Oh, also, the reason I believe that the DOGE thing is, you know, it may cut some programs. We don't know yet. I just reading every day. They have, like now, they just fired 6,000 people from the government, you know, I guess last week. This week, they have to put them back on the payroll, okay? So this is costing a hell of a lot of money. Plus what they're doing, because they're not fit in anywhere, they're paying them for 45 days until they figure out how to get them back into the workforce in the government. Getting paid to sit home now for 45 days. They thought they were going to save money by getting rid of these 6,000 people and not having to pay their salary. Now the courts come in, nope. You got to put them back to work, and so they don't have room for them in work. They gave them had to turn in their laptop, everything. It's all stopped. You know, just crazy. That's why people you don't really know the system, and you think, oh, this looks the right to do. You know, unless you really know the system, it's not going to be too right. There's too many implications of everything. When you change a big complicated, say, yeah, let's just do that. It looks like something. You can't do that. You have to be smart enough. It's like opening up the brain. Oh yeah, this wire looks there. Maybe I should put this over here instead. So anyway, these people now are getting 45 days of free pay, sitting at home, getting paid by the government for 45 days. And last week they were lost a job forever. See, that's why you can't bet on anything. But see what happens, people hear all this stuff. Okay, the government's going away. Oh, it's coming. And so less people are going to apply to these programs because they think it went away. All this publicity about, you know, the DOGE cutting everything and no more money and grants are gone. And so it really creates a bigger opportunity because less people are going to apply because they think it's gone. So now we're going to have to help these poor bureaucrats make quota and help them spend their money, give away their grant money. Yeah. So whatever it is. So it may be hurting somewhere, whatever. But the more important is your life, not the life of what the government decides to do or not decide to do. It's what you decide to do with your life. And what you have to do is keep moving forward no matter what the hell goes on in this crazy world. You can't. And so you run into a roadblock or whatever, okay, fuck it, I don't do that. You try to find somewhere else. And that, is governed by you using the telephone, not by you using the internet. Because you're just going to get in Google and getting around in circles that people want your money. You can't do that. You have to talk to people that know and help people like you out of the trouble, whether it's getting a job, okay, or getting training, okay? Now, what you do then is talk to people who help people for free and get trained for free and get money to train and get money to live on while you're training and all these things. You talk to those people. You don't read stories, you talk. Because there's too much crap on the internet, right or wrong or whatever. You wouldn't know the difference between right or wrong. How would I don't know. But you talk to people in government offices or nonprofit organizations. They do not have a motive to do anything but help you. Anybody with a .com or on the internet, their motive is to make money for themselves or influence you in a certain way or whatever. I mean, they have a biased motive, right? You want to talk to people only that have open motives. Okay, here's one of the sources I just wrote up today, and I put in. Oh, did I put it in the chat? Oh, did I? Yes, I did. I put it in the chat, didn't I? I forget. Oh, yes, I remember. I put it in the chat. Okay, I did put it in the chat. Okay, but here, one of the things I find benefits navigator. Now, this is interesting. This is in Georgia. What they have are people that are navigators to help you find out about your benefits. So you go to one website or one phone call, and the people help you like us, like, Lesko help. You make one phone call, one place, and we help you with 15 million programs that are out there, right? One place to act. So for states are doing this. I see this a lot. Florida has something like this now too, where you have one funnel to find out about your benefits. So grants are part of the benefits, okay? And that's what you want to know is about what are your benefits to improve your life where you live. And they have one in Clayton County, Georgia, okay? No, that's a free course or something. What? Oh, my Navigators. Okay, no, Montgomery County, Maryland, in Maryland. They have a benefits navigator. Navigator is what the government uses to help show you, like what we are. We're navigators for all government grants. And they help you get information on financial assistance programs, utilities, and healthcare. Financial assistance programs, utilities, and healthcare. It's one stop. See, and the same with Find Help. I mean, you go to Find Help, and that's okay. Let's put in. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna put in the zip code 20009. That's my zip code. I'm gonna put in financial assistance. Okay, listen to this. Financial assistance. Find Help. One zip code, which is mine, 2009. Okay, I put in financial assistance. How many do you think there are? 20 sources to get free money to do anything you want or to solve your financial problems? 20, 30 maybe? 30 programs to get free money to solve your problems? Maybe 40? No, you're gonna be wrong no matter what. 273 organizations in my zip code that give out free money because you have financial problems. That's what I mean. If they take away one program, You got 272 more to investigate. It's like getting a job, right? Okay, well, this job isn't hiring. You don't say there's no more jobs, no, and round, no. See, that's why I think the opportunity is people think that. There's no more. I called and they said DOGE took all their money or some shit like that, Well, you get right back on that horse because there's lots of programs out there. How do we get a hold of one? How to get a hold of one? Okay, if you're not a member, a good place to get a hold of these things is Start. Now, this is a start. You go to findhelp.org. Findhelp.org. You put in financial assistance. You got 273. Okay, you don't know which the right one is for you. You start calling. You just throw a dart at them and call anyone. Say, hey, I need financial trouble. I don't know if you could help me or not. Can you? And they say, no, buddy, I'm sorry, you're too tall. Okay, well, then you ask them, where else can I go? They know those kinds of things. I won't know them because I don't live there. Well, your friends aren't going to know them. They won't even know about Find Help. But you'll find the people working there who will know about other programs. And if they don't, you call another person. You got 200 people. So your chances are pretty good of getting help. Can't guarantee it. Nobody can guarantee anything like that. The only people guarantee you get the money are the people giving out the money. And I don't know any of them. There's too many for anybody to know. So you have to do that. You have to roll up your sleeves. You have to do something. And that's very important. That's the key to anything. The key to anything isn't me. The key to anything is not the government. The key to anything is not somebody's charging you a lot of money to do something. The key to everything is you. And you just wanting to improve your life. And you can't do it alone. And we live in a society now that we have so much help to help you on anything. But you have to put in the time that's required to be able to take advantage of this. The rich people do that. They hire people like me. That's what I used to do. I used to do this for rich people, millionaires. And they're becoming billionaires on what I was finding in the government. I said, holy shit, why does everybody know about this? I didn't know anything about it before I found it. I said, you can too. I flunked English in college. I'm not a brainiac. So if I could do it, a schmuck like me from Wilkes-Barre, barely got out of school, was able to do this and find these programs. And it's a human skill. Just be a human skill, being nice. You be nice to government officials and they're nice to you. They have the power to give you money. It's not like in Google, where you're in Google and they want to kiss your ass because they need money from you to survive. So none of these people need money from you in the government. They're already on the payroll. They don't have to worry about you paying or you buying something from them. No. So they could be miserable to you, but you can't afford to be miserable to them. Why? Because they hold all the cards, as Trump would say. You don't hold any cards. and so it's using that personality. We all want to be nice. And the thing is, see, what they have, the joy of their job is helping somebody. I'm sure that's why many of them there. God, how would you like to have a job where you're giving out $10,000 to people? Wow, you're making people real happy, aren't you? Yeah. And that's what's cool. And that's what I mean. I do this every day, and I'll do it till I die because it feels so good to help people. And that's the secret, is how selfish giving is. Giving is very selfish to me because it feels so good. Let me go through these items here because I want to make sure you know them. I'll make sure I get them in the, I don't know if I got them. Did I put them in the, no, I didn't yet. Okay, so I want to put them in the description on YouTube, okay? So you have these. Okay, edit. Okay. Okay, and also, of course, on Lesko Help. Okay, $50,000 if you can't get money to start a business in a small town. Wow, isn't that great? That's Rural Development Organization, USDA, rd.usda, micro enterprise programs, okay? Micro entrepreneur assistance in small towns. This is a federal program, so it's in every county. So you want to go to rd.usda.gov and put in your state, and then look for the Micro Entrepreneur Assistance Program. And it's a loan, but it's very small, and the interest rate is very small, and something the banks can't afford to do it this small. But more importantly, they want to give money to people who can't get it in the bank, okay? That's what the government's for. So that's why you don't need a high credit score and all that kind of stuff that you used to if you go to the bank to get a loan. No, they want to give you the money because you can't get it anywhere else. Now, what bank you ever see a sign in the bank? You know, if Chase doesn't give you money, we at Wells Fargo give you money. No, they probably have a higher thing. And that's crazy, okay? $50,000 because you want to start a business, a micro business, okay? That's you and nobody else. I think they go up to 5 people or something like that. Okay, the other one I talked about is the Navigators, your county or state navigators that help you. These are the people that, you know, sort of like us. We know all the programs, but in a state, they're going to know their programs better. So check in your state for navigators. How do you do that? What I would do is call the governor. You want to know what's in your state? Call the boss or call your elected official. How do you find your elected official? Let's see, where is my other cheat sheet? I didn't prepare. The nuns are going to kill me. Here's how to call your elected official. 202-224-3121. 202-224-3121. That's the Capitol Hill switchboard. So that's for your federal elected officials. They have the biggest staffs. So your 2 senators and your congressperson, okay? So you call them. Okay, what else we have? Free courses for the popular graphic design Canva. I know, this is amazing to me. And this is at the county level. See, the courses, because you need it. You know, if you're on the internet doing anything in the business, you have to know how to use Canva. This is it's a free thing too, but it'll give you the graphics you need to make anything. No more books. But I got Find Help. If you're not a member now, what do we have is Find Help. FindHelp.com is what I do now. We have 15,000 members now, and the members help each other get government grants. So right now, like today, every day, there's 3 or 4 hours or even more of members that are showing you how they got grants. And so you can ask questions to members who just got grants, and they tell you how they did it, okay? Do you design your own clothes? In a way, yeah. In other words, I go on Fiverr, have somebody do an image for me, and that costs $20 maybe. Then I send it to what's a company in North Carolina, I think it is, called Spoon Flower. They make fabric, but by the yard. So I get 5 yards of fabric at like $10 a yard, okay? Before, to have fabric made, you have to buy 100 yards, you know, and I couldn't buy that many. And so here, and then what I do is I send the fabric over to Vietnam, and they make a suit. And the biggest charge is sending the fabric and the suit back and forth. Cheap as hell. And actually, when I got the first one back, I didn't know they were in Vietnam. And I get the box, and it says Ho Chi Minh City on the return label. I said, God, that's Vietnam. these people were trying to kill me back in the 70s. So the world goes on, okay? So find out about free courses like that. And a good way to find out about them, I think, for anything like that is go to careeronestop.org. Careeronestop.org, they have a lot of programs that pay for any kind of training, okay? So that's important. Here, what people don't, if you're looking for houses, everybody's looking for houses. Houses are expensive, people can afford them, and all that kind of stuff. There's an agency people don't know about. It's your State Housing Finance Administration, or Authority, I think it's called. State Housing Finance Authority. So you want to find them, and they're at ncsha.org, ncsha.org, okay? Now here's the one, here's an agency, and they're in every state, and they have deals. See, this is government grant money helping you buy a house. You know, when you know, Chase or Wells Fargo wants to help you buy a house, they're trying to make money from you. See, the government gives money to people, so you're going to get a better deal going to government agency and getting money and help, lower interest rates, more grant money and everything. But what they're doing here in New York State, here's what they do, programs to make home ownership more available than ever before. It's called Achieving Dream and Low Interest Rate Programs, okay? And there's a special program just for veterans, special benefits for those who served our country, down payment assistance, mortgage programs that come with built-in assistance, ensuring that you don't face overwhelming burden or saving from down payment, or saving for a down payment. Non-traditional credit allows for non-traditional credit, meaning your mortgage options are aren't limited by a credit history. So they check other things besides the normal kind of credit check. Financing repairs. You can finance necessary home repairs into your mortgage, making it easier for you to move into a home that's perfect for you. So not only to give you a mortgage, they give you money to fix up that house, because you look at it, it'd be great if it had a bigger bedroom or something. So you get that money too. Property flexibility. Programs cover a wide range of property types, including 1 to 4 family homes. So you could buy a home, a 4-unit building, live in one and rent the others as income. See, that's what's really cool. And they have big down payment money, like $100,000, $200,000. I mean, it's just crazy. And condos and cooperatives, okay? And they also give grants up to $30,000. That's something else, I'm sorry. 8 state programs here for state grant programs for housing, business, seniors, and jobs. Yeah, and that's why, see, every state has so many grant programs. That's why DOGE is only messing with federal government. So every state has so many grant programs too. So this is a collection of 80 programs at a state, and it's for housing, things that people need. See, that's what the government does, is give money to people who need problems. Yeah, that's what the government does with their money, to try to solve people's problems. So for housing or starting a business, for seniors, and for jobs. So every state has programs like that. So you gotta investigate that too. Okay. Okay, guys, let's see. Let me go back to see how the team's doing here. Misty, hi, Misty. Do I need anything from you? Or you need anything from me is what it's like. Oh, and by the way, members, go and take a look at our new item in, oh, what do we call that? We have fancy, at my age, I forget even the name of the lady I live with, and that's been 40 years, so. Here it is. Okay, in Lesko Help, on the left-hand side, there's a table of contents. And look at the tab called Unlock Your Goals, okay? You wanna do something in life, okay? Let's unlock your goals and help you show you how to get that done, okay? And the one that we just added was called Get Healthcare Help. Now, these are the best videos in there and instructions for how to solve any kind of healthcare problem, okay? Finding free care, you know, paying for care, getting out of healthcare debt, paying for co-pays, getting free prescription drugs, paying a hospital bill that you're never gonna pay. All these things are there. Getting dental care. See, if you even have insurance, it's probably not covered from the neck down. Everything from the neck up usually is insurance programs. So I show you how to get that. So, it's gonna take some effort on your side once you find it. Corey, I can log into the question space. Good. Carrie, oh, that's Carrie, not Corey. So go there and look at that. Sign up for that, because that, you're gonna need that. We all have healthcare problems, and it's so expensive. Nobody has enough money to pay what the hell healthcare costs. So make sure you know about these things. Look at those videos. Do that instead of, playing Donkey Kong, or I don't know what I'm talking about. Take a half hour out and watch those videos to see the help that is out there for you when you ever have a healthcare problem. Because a healthcare problem is usually a financial problem because you can't pay for this stuff, okay? So look at that and make sure you realize what's there, and then you can say, hey, let's go talk about that. And so when you have that made, and there's people, I show you how to go to nonprofit organizations that will call the people that you owe medical bills to and get you out of them, right? That's the kind of stuff you have to know that's available in our country. But you don't know if you don't find out. And you can't find out in Google, because everybody in Google is gonna sell you something. Every website we give you will never sell you anything. Well, we screw up once in a while, I'm sure. At least I do. Misty doesn't, Michelle doesn't, they don't. But I do. So it's so important, folks, that we still live in a great country, no matter how screwed up it is. We're a guy dressed like a clown, could feel comfortable. A lot of other countries, they just pretend they don't see me. Actually, there's a lot of zip codes here too that they pretend they don't see me, but that's fine. So that's it. So leskohelp.com. Make sure you look under Unlock Your Goals. We have now programs for buying a home, helping you through that process, for getting out of debt and paying your bills, and one for starting a business, and one for paying all those healthcare bills. And you have to have good health or you can't do shit. Yeah, right? And that's the important thing. So you gotta take care of that first, please. Let me show you how to do that. Or paying for prescription drugs, all that stuff. We live in a great country that has all this stuff. I love your sound, love your glasses. Too, they're made. Oh, thank you. Hello. Wow. Okay, guys, my throat is going for me in my gown. Okay, we all set for now? Okay, just don't stop. Whether you're with me, without me, or whatever, just keep asking questions, keep exploring. Stay out of Google. Only talk to people in .coms or .org. Oh, and us too. Well, you don't need us. We just take things that's already out there for everybody, but they don't advertise. The good stuff is not advertised, okay? So make sure you get the help you need. If you don't have it yet, you just keep calling. It's the only way you get anything, okay? Okay, guys, love you so. Thank you for making this last, I guess, the last chapter of my life, I can't think of anything else I'm going to do for the next 10 years or so. Just the best time I've ever had because of you. You just think it's important. And boy, that feels great. Thank you.